Brentford did well, capitalized their chances.
Your XG was up. Always this.
Look, we are always winning on XG, man. Literally, it's what we do.
No, we'll give you a trophy for expected trophies.
Where's the first aid kit? Hey, Ted is a first aid kit.
We all know it. That squad is good enough to be in the top 6, minimum. What Abraham is doing with that squad is criminal. Crystal Palace versus Liverpool.
Finally.
We have caught and compromised to a permanent end.
Liverpool.
It's so funny seeing that when your move is reversed onto you.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
You should have seen how Slot was fuming.
I feel like he could hear it. Your defense is in trouble. We captures in the room. Eddie.
Now we roll over to this weekend where it's been a tough week. It's not been a good weekend, man.
Apparently this popcorn was for teams who got 3 points this game.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Back podcast. I'm your host, Ted Kodawa, and I've got my 3 co-hosts here today. Apologies for the quick hiatus. We had a gap in between because some Chelsea fans went missing. After last week's endeavors, we found them safe and sound, and this was fantastic news for the podcast and for you guys as well. So as always, I've got my Chelsea fan here, Alex. We've got another Chelsea fan here, Kimathi. Yeah, so apologies. We have someone here who didn't, this week as we're speaking, all the big clubs didn't win. So we have one team that got 3 points this week.
Was it United?
Oh, I said big teams weren't winning this week, so it's okay.
Is it that you're not a big team or that you didn't win this week? Or it's both? Both can be true.
That United is a big team.
It's arguably the biggest team in English, so...
Or historically, yeah.
Not historically, factual. It's one way or another. But we won't dwell on this today. Not today, because we don't have the time. We've got to cover quite a lot this weekend where it's been a tough week, It's not been a good weekend, man.
Apparently this popcorn was for teams who got 3 points this game. But I usually share with my friends here, but it's one of those weekends.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. This guy. Sorry. Yes. Yes. No.
As I would say, it's been a tough week. Very tough. United. Need I say more? Chelsea.
Yeah. Say more.
I'll get to it.
Okay.
Chelsea had the red card. At this point, it's like they're giving out birthday cards. Who knows? Let me have Arsenal. The Conan masterminds.
Set piece FC.
They can't keep getting away with it. They really can't. Bruh, what? 2 corners? God shall strike down this evil one day. Because this is haram football.
Harambo at its
Steve,
finest.
I swear to God, if they win a title off corners, oh God, that is going to be the most diabolical trophy I have ever seen in my life. No way they're able to do it. But you know what? Oh, yeah, it's a United fan. At this point, literally, my best case scenario is Chelsea winning the league. And that hurts me, see. Hey, bro.
Amen.
That's my best case scenario. I don't want City winning. I don't want Liverpool winning. I don't want Arsenal winning. I don't know. Chelsea's like, oh, okay, fine. They can win it.
The most painful part about that is that's your best hope.
That's what I'm saying. Literally. My best case scenario is Chelsea to win the league. Bruh. And they're also not playing well.
The month they've had at this point, you may as well put your eggs into Crystal Palace and Bournemouth.
And Sunderland.
Sunderland. Whoa, Sunderland. Remember how we were talking about Sunderland?
We have eaten our words here at For the Back. We said they were gonna go down.
Yes.
I don't think so.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
My bad.
Our bad.
We're just hosts of a podcast. Yeah, because
But it's still early. But they've come off.
it's early, but they've set a tone for the rest of the. These guys are 1 point away from what Southampton had in total points last year in the league. Wow. So
We were definitely not familiar with the game.
yeah, those guys said, "Yo, y'all don't know what we're talking about." And Granit Xhaka captaining the team, spearheading this super team. Yeah, what is happening there?
It's definitely his background.
You know what?
That's right.
He's that right. Yeah, and this is unbeaten season at Liverpool. With Nicholas talking about the.
We went too far back.
We went too far back also.
We went too far back where he was not used to winning trophies.
Yeah.
Then he went and won a trophy, and now
Do you remember this? This is how it feels like.
now he's a reborn man, which is fantastic to see. Actually, Sunderland are doing great. You know what? Up the Panthers, guys.
And
You know,
this week, the bogey team of this year is beat the bogey team of last year and beat them well. And that's wasn't a scruffy win. So yeah, they're playing very well for the standards and for the expectations that we had of them. They're playing very well.
They're doing very, very well. But to be fair, we're also gonna give ourselves flowers. We did say that Graham Potter will be the first manager to get sacked. He was not, because we're not gonna count Marinakis and his regime there. You know, that guy is just crooked, man. He's just a crooked man. We can't count that. So in our books, Potter was the first manager to get sacked. You know, guys, not officially speaking, but Potter deserved to get the sack. There was a lot of things on social media. I don't know if you guys saw it on Twitter. They did a lot of face swaps for
Yeah.
and those were some hilarious memes, man. Really funny to see. But he did deserve to get the sack, playing very poorly. Very, very poorly. And you know what? In my opinion, Man United should follow suit. Man United, since we're talking about sacking, you know.
That's what you're saying. Okay.
Oh,
Proceed.
You know, guys, me personally.
You know, if Amory gets sacked, Graham Potter is available.
Now, why would we go and do that? What do you mean?
He's a free manager. He's been proven.
He's not free.
So then where has he been proven?
He's an employee.
Brighton.
There's a reason he's an employee.
Yeah.
There's a reason Potter is an employee. Wow. Okay. There's a reason also Amorim, the way he'll continue, is good to be employed.
I don't think so. I don't think United has the stomach to sack Amory. It will cost you too much, and I don't think United is bold enough. United is still a club that is lost in the wilderness, just trekking on the Sahara, trying to look for water. They have nothing in their lexicon. They are a confused team. It's classic United.
Welcome back to the show after that short break.
I mean, we can start there, actually.
Let's start with United.
Yes, that's where we're going to start. Obviously, this is where we're going to start. Manchester United versus Brentford. Look, guys, we've been thinking that every game for Man United is a must-win game. And the only game that we've won is Chelsea. Funny enough. And this, looking at our form, is horrendous. It's terrible. Don't get me wrong. I know it. We all know it. What I think is that squad is good enough. It's good enough to be in the top 6. Minimum. What Amorim is doing with that squad is criminal. That, for me, personally, really, really bad. Really, really bad. I don't know how many more games we can go playing the way we are before Ineos pull the trigger, because I personally feel that we're delaying the inevitable at this point, because I don't see it changing. If he's not going to change how he plays, this is not going to change. It's going to keep being like this. Literally, this is the definition of insanity, doing the same thing and expecting a different result every single time. So Brentford, credit to Brentford. They played their game and they got the result they wanted. Man United played into their hands, as we do in most games. Brentford did well, capitalized their chances.
Your XG was up.
Our XG was it.
Always this.
Look, we are always winning on XG, man. Literally, it's what we do at this point. We win on XG, but not on the actual game.
Don't worry, we'll give you a trophy for expected trophies.
We. Actually, so with respect to
But yeah, or the expected trophies that we can look into.
where's the first aid kit?
Hey, Ted is a first aid kit. Wait,
With respect to the game itself, would you say it was mostly Brentford, coupled with goalkeeping errors, or it was just the team in general just didn't have a good game overall?
I don't think we had a good game, to be honest. We didn't do much in this game. We didn't create. Even me, it seemed that we had more XG. I mean, I think the penalty had a lot to do with that, to be fair as well. But we didn't create as much as I expected us to do, and we didn't play well. Just plain and simple, we didn't play well.
we did create some very clear-cut chances that were not taken.
No, I wouldn't classify it as very clear-cut chances, to be honest. But at this point, as a United fan, it's difficult to even look at so many things because the manager isn't giving me any hope. That, as I always say, what makes a good manager is being able to adapt to your situation. Because not every time you'll have your team, your core players, you have to move it around, you have to change it, and that's what makes you a good manager. Are you capable of setting up a team differently for 38 different games so that you can beat every other opponent? You know, set your team up differently.
Yes.
That's what makes a good manager, in my opinion. And you know, Amram's not doing that, which is why I keep calling for he needs to get sacked. I don't like to call for someone to be jobless, don't get me wrong. This economy stuff, guys. You know,
It really is.
but this guy's not doing his job. He's not doing his job well. Not at all. So for me, he needs to go. Yeah.
He has to.
He has to go. He has to go, blood.
Has to go. But yeah.
And just a follow up for that. If let's do a hypothetical. If Amory is actually sacked, what is your plan? What do you think United should do?
What United should do? Look, I would like them to be ambitious. I wouldn't, like, if you do go and try for a top manager who's already in a club, I wouldn't fault you if you didn't get him, but at least you tried. You know, so for me, in this league, you've got to look at people like Oliver Glasner. You know, what he's doing at Crystal Palace since he came in. He came in January 2024. What he's done up until now, how he's transformed players like Mateta, what they're doing, amazing. They're literally right now on an 18-game unbeaten streak. And in that time, they faced most of the top 6 teams. So you're looking at it in the manner that he is doing really well and he's capable of getting the most out of players who were not doing well before, you know? And he also won the Europa League with Frankfurt before he even came here. So you see, this is a manager who can get you success. There's not too many options in the market right now. I mean, I saw Xavi. Yeah, I saw about Xavi. I just saw a video today about Fabrizio Romano was talking about how Xavi would join United in a heartbeat and because he's starting the Premier League. Obviously, this is a brief from Xavi's representatives to try and get Man United listed. Xavi is just he's basically saying, United, I'm here. I'm here. You guys look like you need something. Yeah, I'm ready to work. I'm ready to go.
You have to shoot your shot.
Yeah, you gotta shoot your shot. And I respect it. But I would go for Oliver Glasner first. If we can't get him, which will be difficult.
I don't think you're going to. Yeah.
No. All managers have to have a release clause.
Yeah.
So you gotta you have to see if the release clause is
but
there.
why would he leave?
That's the question now. So
Who
now,
wants to come to United?
as I always say, you might say that now, but regardless of it, the idea of you being the one
Who actually
fix the problem, that is what catches a lot of attention for us managers. It's very enticing. It's very sweet.
Isn't that the same way you guys got Amory?
Yes.
Oh.
And that it's what right now, literally, that is the only thing that you can sell to managers. Because you can't sell and say, we have the best team, come to us. What else is it? What would you go to a manager in order to sell them a project? Say, are you willing to take up the challenge to bring United back to where it's supposed to be. And if you're not, that's fair. There's a lot of managers who thought they could do it and they didn't because the conditions are tough. They're very tough. So
Some would say toxic.
yeah, it is toxic. It literally is. So if it's completely understandable if you're approached and you say, yeah, that's not for me. But a lot of managers do have that in them where they're like, you know what if I am the person to do that? Because everyone's failed and maybe it's an ego thing, you know. What if I'm the one to do that? What if I not bring them back to the top? That's enticing to them. And they would go, if you can agree a deal with Crystal Palace, I wouldn't mind coming over. Some people would be like that. But I wouldn't fault Oliver Glasner for going like, yeah, I'm good. You know, I've got a good thing going on here with Crystal Palace right now. So I don't need that. I don't really need to go anywhere. Yeah, but then again, what is it? This is Man United you're talking about. Still, regardless, it's a different club. Managing Man United comes with its own prestige as well. That being said, it will still be tough to get Oliver Glasner. I'm just saying, you gotta shoot your shot, man.
A man can hope.
A man can hope, guys. A man can hope. All right.
Yeah, it goes on.
With that, we're gonna move on to the next game. Chelsea versus Brighton FC.
Wow.
Gentlemen,
We're also hoping.
We're also hoping. Maybe hoping. It was. I think maybe a trial for some of the Brighton players that are still at Brighton, seeing as most Brighton players eventually end up at Chelsea. But that didn't faze them one bit.
To be fair, you want to say it didn't phase them, but in the first half, we were leading, right? We did have the ball smack Enzo in the face and enter the goal.
We are on the same team.
Bro, I said you scored a goal. I'm just not very happy with Enzo right now. But nevertheless, I think in the beginning, we're doing some good free kicks, we got some good plays. But, once again, Enzo Maresca decided to get emotional as soon as the red card happened. Now, that red card, let's just begin with Andres Santos, who was very happy to be given a start. But, silly mistake. Forced Chalobah to make a challenge that he really shouldn't have needed to make to begin with. But he was in a position where, what else could you have done? If you had let him go, that was a goal. But yeah, I mean, technically, he should have let him go. We get the goal to be 1-1, but this was still 11 men. But anyway, nevertheless, got that, second red card for the second game running. I think we're heading for a record at this point. It's a straight red, they're going to double yellow. Then, once again, our most exciting outlet was removed. Esteban.
The 18-year-old.
Yeah, so once again, he's removed. Once again, we're missing Cole Palmer from injury. We're missing Levi Colwill from injury. And looks like Enzo Maresca just doesn't know what to do with the team anymore. He's trying things. He's trying to stick with something that doesn't work with the balance for the players who are currently there. The red cards keep on throwing him out into left field. But, if it's happened once, at this point, you should have been prepared for it. At least a little bit more. But that just didn't seem like the case. And then, whatever happened, second half happened. It is what it is. And now we're going to go into next week with our next match being at the Bridge against Liverpool. Who? Against Liverpool.
Oh.
At the Bridge. We're hoping that the Crystal Palace loss for them will shake them a little bit so they're not so confident. But again, I'm throwing shit to the wall and seeing what sticks at this point. Again, like I said, we're hoping.
So,
And we're still challenging. Before Cairo even says it, let me just get ahead of the narrative and say it. Yes, we're challenging our first win of the month. We're still looking for it.
You won't get you.
And Liverpool is our last game to get our first win of the month.
No,
it
will be October.
October.
You guys, Liverpool were found out. I'm hoping that Enzo Maresca really watched those highlights and studied Liverpool. But
Okay.
guys, a man can dream. Allow him to dream.
God forbid a man dream.
God forbid a man dreams, huh?
Okay, now with regards to the Chelsea game, I have a few things that I would like to get off my chest.
Sorry, just 1 second. Guys, this is my good friend. He did watch the game. He did watch the game. And
But we have
perfect analysis is going to give
and we have a round of applause for what's wrong with Kimaki. He watched the Chelsea game this week. We were there to see and witness this, by the way, guys. This was fantastic. Go ahead, bro.
Sometimes I actually wonder why these are my friends. Anyway, A couple of things to talk about the Chelsea game. Number one, we started off quite well. Our most exciting player is the 18-year-old Estevao. In terms of how he drives his intention, he's good. That one is one of our players to watch. We should actually start to think about how we can incorporate him. Now once Palmer is out, how we can incorporate him and we make him some sort of focal point or where we can use him nicely. Now, number two, the problem that I have is with these Chelsea defenders and their lack of football intelligence. Number one, yes, Andre Santos made a mistake that actually forced Chalobah to make that. However, even if he got the ball, fine, scores, okay, we are 1-1. Why do you want to make that challenge and put us to 10 men? There was so much time left in the game. We could have gotten another goal with 11 men. João Pedro was there. Pedro Neto was there. Estevao was there. We could have taken it like that. But why? And then let's talk about Badiashile.
Oh, that was brought on. Yeah.
When he started causing chaos. Even Sanchez is the one who, like our own goalkeeper was looking at him like, are you insane?
Are you looking for another year?
Are you looking for another one? Because at this point, Chelsea, we need to be disciplined. We need to be organized. Because what we saw over there was just, no. It's just like,
I'll argue that Brighton, Man Utd and Bayern Munich have already disciplined us this month. I'm not looking for any more disciplining.
I mean, it's my club. I love the club, and contrary to popular belief, I actually watch most all of the games.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah. Are you always with me 24/7?
Oh, no. Okay. But we're there when you're not watching the game.
No. But like honestly, Chelsea, we need to refocus. We need to reanalyze a lot of things. Our backline is
in shambles.
Is terrible. I don't know what is going on in the midfield. Caicedo, Enzo, those ones are solid. Up front, all I'm asking from Maresca, if you can actually watch this, is give Estevao his time. Give him his time. And consistently. Give him his time.
In fact, next time bench Enzo and
no. Don't talk about the World Cup winner like that. The World Cup winner.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Kimati mentioned that their backline is a shambles and put on other players, but since Todd Boehly took over, they spent up to 2 billion.
Wow. Not on the back line.
You spent 2 billion where?
Elsewhere.
Where?
Elsewhere.
Where?
Elsewhere.
Where?
Elsewhere on the pitch.
Where is that?
And the other places except the back line.
So, midfield and attack?
That's usually what they're called, yeah.
That's interesting. So 2 billion.
United fans don't know about, midfield and attack. They don't have that kind of understanding.
Very brave from a team that's only 1 point ahead of us.
Wow.
So, 2 billion of you. Oh yes, by 1 point. I'm very aware. 2 billion to be ahead of Man United by 1 point again. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if you're rich, go ahead and do it. But 2 billion for you to come in here and say that you don't have the players to get you wins? No. Something is not right, mate. It's a little bit screwed up if you ask me. It's a lot of money to be spending to not be winning the league, at least. So,
but there are crucial cornerstones in our team that are missing. I have seen now this season very, very openly and very blatantly how much impact Levi Colwill had at the back line. He was a commanding presence in that back line. And now with his long-term injury, with him not there, having Chalobah and Badiashile or Tosin or Wesley Fofana or even sometimes Joel Hato, there's just
Achepong or something.
Yeah, Josh Achempong as well. He's 18 years old. He really showed his lack of experience there. But what else can we do? Like, I can ask him too much, right?
It's the revisionism for me, because when Cole plays, you guys are like, what are you doing, bro? bro, what are you doing? No, don't get me wrong. He started this season well. Yeah, he started this season well. He looked like he was playing well, and also in the Club World Cup, he did well. But then again, it's when you don't have these players, and then the narrative usually changes to like, oh, this is a world beater. This is one of the best players around. I don't personally believe he's there yet. He's still young. I don't believe Colwill is someone who, and they come automatically. Chelsea now start winning games. He was there last year when you guys were not winning the games as well. You see, I know he still has a lot to learn and get better and whatever. It's still far from his peak.
I think the thing that you seem to be focusing on here a lot, what you're implying here, I did not say that Chelsea had only one problem and Ludo Ecuador is a problem that's going to be fixed. There are other problems that we also have.
Yes.
I'm just saying that I'm just noticing right now that without Levi Ecuador in that back line, we're a lot more porous, for lack of a better word. Yeah, just the series of mistakes. But then, at the end of the day, I just think that also Enzo Maresca just made a lot of poor decisions. His default setting of going to a very defensive approach as soon as the red card happens, I don't think is the correct way to do this. Now, we were already 1-0 up in this game before the red card happened, but still, I don't think he needs to change that narrative to be so defensive going forward. I think we still need to give it a chance and try and go for it. Like, for example, not to sidetrack, but even in the Arsenal game for this week, right? They were 1-0 down and Mikel Arteta was busy bringing in additional either midfielders or people who can actually have an attacking forward. Even took off a defender to do that. Whereas Maresca is taking off attackers to put in defenders who are not really that much stronger. I'm saying that in a situation, if you brought on someone like our version of a Martinelli or our version of a Mikel Merino,
Your version of a Saka.
Saka didn't come off the bench. I'm talking about that guys.
Well, you're in respect to the Chelsea.
Oh, you're referring to evil Saka. He's not our version of Saka. No. I mean, bringing on a Garnacho, bringing on a Jamie Gittins, those are players at least who have got a lot more attacking threat. And I think as a fan, and I can speak for many fans, I would be a lot less upset and frustrated with how we're playing if we at least went for it and then lost. You can't sit back and then still lose. Then it just looks like you're hopeless. Then you didn't even try to do anything. You try to defend, and even that you're not good at. You should have just attacked then. Yeah, so that's the frustrating part for me.
Yeah, I think for even as a neutral, it's a little bit frustrating. I would understand how you guys can get frustrated because he actually had the chance to learn. Well, at least you'd hope that he had the chance to learn from last week. Literally last week. You tried to do the same thing. And then still try to do the same thing again, which is pretty crazy to me. But sometimes as 10 men, you really have to, one, manage the game, and two, generally have some outlets that just ease some of that pressure that you wouldn't have when you're 11. And if you actually sit back, you're pretty much inviting a team who may not even be as confident. For example, at United, let's say Brighton, well, they do play well, but you're actually giving that team confidence. And they're saying, oh, we actually don't need to think about defending anymore. Yeah. Sure, let's all move up a little bit. And then it just keeps on being an endless cycle of, okay, once you clear the ball, it comes back.
How much pressure do you soak up eventually?
It's not sustained.
And that's not. Then also, at the end of the day, parking the bus is one thing. And don't get me wrong, Chelsea are not unfamiliar parking the bus. But even when we used to park the bus, we had outlets quick for the counter attack because that actually makes sense as a tactic, right? You're like, okay, fine, we're one man down, that's fine, so we'll make the most of it. Let's try and sit and soak up the pressure, but at least have an outlet. As soon as the ball is kicked off, we can have people just run and get it, right? But now you're leaving João Pedro up front by himself. He's only one man, and he's not Messi or Ronaldo. He's not that kind of player. He can't do that on his own. You're asking a lot of him to do that, right? Yeah. So how he's leaving on a Pedro Neto, leaving on an Esteval, or soak up the pressure, bring on a Garnacho, who can at least now test the defenders of the other team, right? Just like Cairo said earlier, right? Bring on Martinelli when other players have lost a little bit of focus, they're a little bit tired. Bring on someone who's quick, who's tricky, And the thing is, we do have those players. He's just not using them. I cannot tell you to this day what reason he has for not playing Garnacho even once.
Yeah, even me,
I do not know what reason that could be. The opportunities have been there.
Can I raise maybe a what if? What if he was not the one who? I mean, we have several cases of clubs buying players managers don't necessarily want. Could this be a case?
So trying to say the message.
Maybe the board is the one that went in for Garnacho and Gittins, and Maresca is probably thinking, why are you getting all of these players? I mean, I need my core team, people I can trust, that I can play every week. Maybe he didn't ask for Garnacho. Maybe he didn't need Garnacho.
It's a fair thing to assume or to think or to ponder, because I mean we don't know, right? For sure, right? So it's a fair thing to think about. But as a manager, what's your sort? You're supposed to work with the players that you have, right?
Yeah.
So back to Maresca making emotional decisions. I can agree you don't like this player, but like he's there on the bench, he's fit, he's ready, right? Can you suck it up and let him play? Right? So I feel like while I agree that maybe the case, and he may not have the faith in them in this kind of situation. Like I said earlier, throw shit to the wall and see what sticks. Because we're left a situation where now we're going to be discussing whether Enzo Maresca must go. Because we're not there yet. No, we're not there yet.
So,
but he's inviting this pressure, just like he does in the games.
So what do you think about that? What do you think about, just briefly, what do you think about Maresca? Is he on a already getting to where it's going to be, or he's on a tightrope? Are we getting there?
No. Maresca has the confidence of the Chelsea board and the owners, and also the fans. Like right now, I don't think there's any Chelsea fan who's thinking like, okay, Maresca must go, or we're even pondering that kind of.
I've seen a couple of Chelsea fans. Don't get me wrong. It might be a reaction.
Yeah.
There's always those kind of fans.
But Maresca, from where he got the team, and like he actually got us to Champions League football. So I don't think we're there. We're not yet there, but we'll just give him time, which is new for Chelsea managers. So yeah, we're trying. We're trying something new, but I don't think he's anywhere near that level of
scrutiny.
Those discussions. I don't think. They're not there yet for sure.
When does he get there? You've got Liverpool next. Will you judge him on this game if he loses?
No, if we lose to Liverpool, that's okay.
If we miss
A matter of okay. Let me rephrase that. You lose to Liverpool. How many points are you off the top of the table already? What you want?
So it's more so the
expectations of this season.
Some
where were
fans
you
had
going?
different expectations at the start of the season. Some may have prophesied that they may win the league. So then, if you start seeing these runs of results, like, you quickly start to see maybe it potentially isn't as realistic. So it's okay. Then can you get top 4 Champions League football? If the goal objective was still top 4, I think you don't pull the trigger and you see how he does, especially in the Champions League and also in the league. But if you did think that you do want to go vie for the league this season, then by December, if you're not anywhere near, then you may
around there.
To be fair, I think it's still very early because Chelsea has done this before, where it started off very, very poorly, and then Antonio Conte, invented new football, and none of the Premier League teams were ready for it, and we're on a fantastic run. So it's still early, but again, that's that was also Antonio Conte's brilliance, right? He got the most out of those players. As a player, there was called an agent, but when he was in that team, with the back three, he was one of the best centre backs I've ever seen play ball.
But exactly, this
David
is
Luiz.
You see,
I don't know who that is.
We're just trauma talking, but that's what's fine. But yeah, so it is possible. Now the thing is, can Enzo Maresca do this? Can he just see what he has and try to rebuild around that? Because I mean, I can imagine he was expecting to have some of those players like I mentioned, Levi Colvin and Cole Palmer. Those are the things you can plan for, right? It's not like you go to the training ground and be like, all right, this week we're gonna plan for 10-man matches. Next week we're gonna plan and assume Cole Palmer is not there. Next week we'll assume Esteban is. You can't plan for these things, honestly, right? So it's just now that it's gonna be like I hope it's a wake up call for him. Be like, okay, fine. Things are not going how we thought. Some of it is my fault. Some of it is just circumstance. The world is giving him lemons. Let's see them make lemonade.
Oh, sorry to put it.
Wow. Well, that's it for the Chelsea versus Brighton bit. Now we move forward to the interesting part, I guess.
Crystal Palace and Liverpool.
Indeed. Crystal Palace versus Liverpool.
I mean, that was a more surprising outcome than the other games.
Oh, yes.
We finally
Finally.
You know what? It's so funny seeing that when your move is reversed onto you,
Oh yeah, it's brilliant.
like, and then you should have seen how Slot was fuming. It was one player.
It was quite loud, but I feel like he could hear it. He could hear it from behind. Your defense is in trouble. We kept us in the room. Eddie.
As you can see, Arsenal fans were ecstatic with that Crystal Palace win. To be fair, Crystal Palace deserved that win.
Yeah.
Alisson was having a quite fantastic
Game of his life.
I mean, some of those saves were really brilliant. And some of them,
not for Alisson, that would have been like 4-5.
but we've been speaking about this. Liverpool's, the way they were playing, it was not sustainable. This was bound to happen. And again, we would like to see how they bounce back against Chelsea. Are you still going to play the way you are? Because Chelsea now are going to be in a mode where, like, we need to win. We need to go for it.
And I think that's the only way you can win. If you actually go for it.
Yeah.
Because the first half, it was a game of two halves slightly. I would say, well, just the fact that Liverpool did grow into the game in the second half, but the first half,
The first half is Crystal Palace. It was all Palace.
I'm wondering what's going on. Is this Liverpool? Who are Crystal Palace playing? It was
Shot after shot.
Yes, it was
Save after save.
But we have to shout out to Mateta. He had a fantastic game. He had a fantastic
point. Yeah. Again, now this is in answer, knowing that they actually did score the winning goal, but throughout that first half, every time Alisson was making those saves, I'm like, surely, no.
They can't keep getting away with this.
I'm like, it's 1-0. I'm like, it's halftime, it's 1-0. Like, you know what? No.
You know what? When Chiesa equalized in the 84th minute,
And you were like, it's happening again. It's happening again.
I was like, come on, guys. Yo, what gods are you? What is happening here? So when Nketiah scored the last kick of the game, I was like, hell yeah.
Not even that, the Salah hand, I don't even know what to call it at this point, but the VAR incident.
Liverpool always that to get away with these things. I don't know what they do. You know, I don't know what happened. Like, what these guys just keep getting decisions in their favor. But you know what? I'm happy to see that they got a taste of their own medicine, and they need to wake up if they want to still win this league again. They need to play a lot better than they currently are. I guess over the coming week we'll be able to know whether they change.
You know, the encouraging thing that at least for Chelsea, from what we saw Liverpool versus Crystal Palace, is that Liverpool, they are beatable. They're not as formidable as we would assume that they are.
I think they were a lot stronger last year.
Yeah, they are very, very much so. But this season, they are not as strong. Salah is not
underperforming.
No, he's not the same as he used to be. From what we saw Crystal Palace do, I think at Stamford Bridge we do have a chance, and maybe we'll start October with a win.
You know what? I would say that Chelsea actually have a pretty good chance of beating.
Yeah, I really do.
If
we go for it, maybe we do have.
There's one thing that I'm unsure of with Chelsea in this case. Number one, there's a big if we go for it. Consider Enzo Maresca's track record so far. He's been fearing teams he should not fear. So now when he's given a team he should actually fear, what is he going to do? That's number one. Number two is when it comes to Liverpool, to play against them, you need to be locked in for 90 plus, possibly 10 minutes the whole time. I feel like Chelsea might drop a little bit towards the end of the game, and that drop is when Liverpool will do what Liverpool does best. Just score a goal at the end of the game, right? So those two things are the ones that I feel like if Chelsea can get that solid, that might give us the best chance. But otherwise, they've been discouraged.
What do you guys think of Lil Uzi Vert? You know, he went 007. Looks like we have a new James Bond. And we did call it at the beginning of the season that this might be the flop of the year. He's proving us right 7 games in the league. So, not 7 in the league, but 7 all competitions.
I just call it the curse of the German players coming to German guys playing in the Bundesliga coming to the Prem. It's that typical curse.
See, we can't say that about Haaland. Haaland came from the Bundesliga, and
for every rule, there's an exception.
Havertz.
really would not define him as a successful that level of success.
I'm not really sure how he started, but yeah.
And that's the way it started.
I don't.
He's gonna bring up the Champions League winning goal or whatever it is, but like that's
That's
really got nothing to do.
well, in the grand scheme of things, I'd say he has actually had
An okay.
somewhat of a success. Yeah, it's
no, it's
been a success.
been
okay because
it's
the
okay.
expectation he had when he was being bought from Leverkusen.
Yeah.
He's one of the best talents in the world at the time.
Yeah.
And
He did not expect that at all.
mind you, he was bought
Okay,
for 90
fair,
million at
fair,
the time
fair.
as well. So Yoka, he's coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was bought for
Oh,
80 something. Yeah. Like.
Your Honor, retract that.
Yeah.
That's
he's not
valid.
really public education to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
fair, right?
So
Okay, fair enough.
what are you like? He came there and there was a lot of big expectations that he did not live up to. So, these things seem to happen with a lot of players coming from the Bundesliga. And you know what? I can't say much about Havertz without, that 007 is horrendous.
But that being said, how much of that do you think is affected by the way Liverpool are playing right now? Because you mentioned something a few seconds ago where you said that Liverpool were more threatening and dangerous, played better last year than this year. And given the amount of money they have spent to buy big names to bolster their squad, and you're still saying that they are not as threatening as they were before, that's a strong statement.
It's funny enough.
Balance.
It's the coherence that's not there.
It's not there at all. I hear you.
You see, what last year was a finished article by Klopp. That was a finished team.
Yeah.
That was a team that's been gelling for years. That was the final product. So Slot got a machine that was already running and ready to go. It just needed someone to just guide them in the right direction.
Shared football heritage.
Investments from the past. Not the Mendy.
I was actually gonna change it to like in line with actually Liverpool.
yeah.
Salah,
Mohamed Salah.
Van Dijk,
Van Dijk.
Alisson Becker. Investments from the past.
That football heritage. Mourinho legend. But funny enough, I don't know what you guys think about
That's too well. Isak as well. Again,
I mean, he hasn't hit the ground running. Don't get me wrong.
running match fitness.
Match fitness, and also there's a lot of drama involved in the summer. Obviously, maybe his mind is still not there yet.
And it is well. I mean, it is a game per se. Carabao Cup. He did even score a goal.
I actually scored in the Carabao Cup.
So I think for himself and Wirtz, it's more so. I'd say the Carabao Cup games, the odd Champions League game against a lesser opponent, just to get their confidence up and their fitness.
I see Tiki is playing really well.
Absolutely.
I'm fighting for his life. I think Tiki would have probably scored in that game if he played against Spurs. And that's the way I'm kind of looking at it right now. I'm like, Slot is probably thinking like, oh, Tiki, you idiot, why do you fucking take your shirt off? Pause. I mean, but it's. You gotta think of it in the manner that they're not looking as threatening when Isak is playing. Maybe Isak fit Newcastle's play style to the T, and maybe this wouldn't work out. Maybe it will. I'm not here to. I can't tell yet. This is too soon to tell. But I am Suko's Gakpo is playing well as well. Where does Ekitike and Isak fit in? That's a quite interesting. And you bought one for £135 million.
And the
other one
is it almost 80?
almost 80 million.
Yeah, you have to rotate them.
Bruh, keeping harmony in a club is not an easy thing. But it's.
If I was bought for 140 million, that would not be a bench.
I want to be in the bench. I mean, it's a huge investment.
Raise hell.
You might as well, you gotta play me. You gotta play that player. I think even when the club initiates such huge moves, they're expecting that player to be on the pitch all the time.
Absolutely.
So, I can't wait to see how Liverpool deal with this, because there's a lot of Liverpool fans.
Isak is going to get into the club of the great Liverpool strikers. Like, he'll get into the levels of like
Torres.
like Fernando Torres,
Like Suarez.
like that. He'll also he'll become a cult hero. I'm telling you.
the world,
No, I'm telling
a
you.
cult hero is someone like Origi. That is a cult hero. And then you've got legends. There's the legends like Salah.
I know we're all Kenyan here, but we're not putting Origi and Torres and Suarez.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
cult hero.
There's cult hero, and then there's legend. So if you're saying Isak might be a cult hero, then fine.
No, me, I'm saying legend.
That's a big statement. Fair enough. I mean,
Isak.
Prophet Kimathi is always allowed to dream. And
I think he'll do well.
Once he fits into the squad, you know the only thing that you guys are going to be doing?
I love that celebration.
Ah.
Such a naughty celebration. It's like, this guy telling me. No, but listen, big statement. There's quite a lot to be done to get to the kind of goals that people like Salah have for that team. I think for you to be a legend, you have to really, really deliver. And Salah has delivered.
Trophies
has delivered a lot of trophies. To be fair, unfortunately, they're also going up a Guardiola that was peak. So I think Salah is one of those players that did really, really a lot. But if Issa can get anywhere near that, for me, that's a success. That's a success story. And we can only wait and see what Liverpool do. Yeah. On to the next, guys. Last but definitely least, we have Newcastle versus Arsenal.
Okay, gentlemen, let's get ready. Okay.
For this segment, I'll let Mr. Cairo lead. How you have the
Thank you. We finally got into the game. We saving the best for last, as we would say.
Actually, no, we're still gonna do Man City next, but go on.
Oh, Man City. Oh, that's not a problem. Not a problem. With respect to the teams that are here. The teams that are here. Man City did also win. Props to Manchester City. Sorry, my bad. Manchester City did get 3 points as well. But yes, a fantastic game. For the neutral, great game. I could see all the hit-alongs. Everybody was ready. Scripts had been written. Articles were about to be published. Once again, Arsenal falling short. Played well. Still Walter goal down. They couldn't get there.
Tell
But alas. Different times. When you have Mikel Merino. Most goals in the calendar year.
Oh.
Book it.
Send it.
Beautiful. Beautiful game. For Arsenal. This calendar. Great player. Versatile.
And you, apparently they have a striker.
Some would say,
I know that that's right. And they only have somebody who they claim those are fantastic.
Excuse me.
But
If you got 3 points this weekend, please speak. Crickets. Oh, okay, thank you. As I was saying, we do have a striker. We had a pretty decent game as well. Actually, to be honest, VR, I'll give props to VR. They did make some really good decisions that could have been, controversial if they weren't given. Gyökeres supposed penalty. Nick Pope did touch the ball. Fantastic. Raise our hands. That's okay. Initially, in game speed, it looked like a penalty. Coming back, he did touch the ball. Well and good. Same as Gabriel. Did touch the ball first. It's his arm. We like to see this. This is how the technology is supposed to be used. And for Newcastle as well, for the neutral, different types of tactics. A team keeping possession, another, low block, counter-attack football, get the ball in the box. Proper English tactics.
Voltemata football.
Yeah, Voltemata, great striker as well. I think he's gonna do really well this season. It was an interesting one because a couple minutes there, I thought maybe this is gonna be another draw, but no. We were close to the north, because that same juju that Liverpool has, we just stopped by, grabbed a piece and said, okay, let's get a last minute goal.
Yeah, someone say you grabbed it there. Because
Gabriel, we were going to have a very
discussion.
We are going to have a discussion, but I have to say thank you. But you did drop like a sack of potatoes for the Newcastle goal, but you did come back and get the winning goal. Fantastic. Some may say that they were set pieces, but they're part of the game.
Who's some? It's a fact.
Some may say this guy is not coming here like they weren't.
Yeah. You're speaking like it's a discussion.
Some may say
It's factual that they were set pieces.
as far as I'm concerned, when you score a set piece, or when you score from out of the box, when you score from in the box, when you score a penalty, is that one goal? Is it?
I mean,
is it?
Is it 10?
Because personally for me, I have a question for you as your, the main hit along, hit close, subscriber. Weren't you ready to speak your mind?
Oh no, I was very, very ready to speak my mind. But the moment I saw that the corners were ramping up, I could tell that this was not going to be an ordinary episode for me. I could see the goals coming. As you can usually tell, you can smell them from Arsenal's corners. You know, I think. But my question is, can you win the league after this?
Absolutely.
You think so?
Absolutely. I mean, barring a lot of the saves that Nick Pope had in the first half, in another game, if you really talk of in another game, one of those is going in. So at the same time,
But they know that.
no, well, they didn't. But then again, it's not like
You know, in another
it's
game,
not like well,
in another game also as we would win. You know, in another game you would not.
Another game, we don't get a red card and we'd also win.
in this other game, okay. So what's the issue here? So you don't want us to score from set?
No. I'm asking
Yeah.
because you guys seem to rely on it.
Okay.
Not even seem to. You do. When you guys are in dire need of a goal,
It's building
it's
up.
what you want. You're so happy to get a corner kick. You're like, finally, thank God, we got a corner, man. Yikes! Yeah, that's you. That's what you're doing. I understand. I understand it's what they're good at and do what you're good at. But the question remains: can you win a league playing like that? Because, like we saw with Manchester City, you get a goalkeeper who's very good at coming out and punching those out. You have a problem.
That's true, but we did.
Oh, no.
If I'm not wrong, we
Don't
did
get me
score an
wrong.
outfield goal
Yes,
against
you
Man
did.
City.
Against Man City, you did.
Okay.
You did. But what did you do to get that goal? What you changed the way you normally play.
Absolutely.
You decided to now go play for the open play goal. Yeah.
As in
You decided.
which we
Yes,
did
you
have-
you
which we
decided
did
to
have
do
this
that
game,
now.
Yeah.
If you guys can just implement that in your game and make sure that you get the goals from there, then, and I have said this in past episodes, Arsenal remain to have a really good chance to win the league this year. But you guys are you're like this close, yeah? There is something that's separating you from the rest, obviously. And you seem to be fixing it because these are the games you would have drawn in the last few years. You would have lost this game. And you seem to be getting there now. Yeah, you seem to like finding wins. Yeah, even in such situations, which is good for Arsenal. It's now I want to just see if you guys can sustain that because we all know in the winter time, usually I don't know what happens to Arsenal. That's usually when you start playing around, man. I don't know what you guys start doing there, but you start drawing a lot of games and losing games.
That's true. And I mean, if you look at the games they have played, we played some pretty, I would say,
Oh yeah.
decent teams. If I'm
No,
not
but
mistaken.
that's
So-
not been your issue. It wasn't your issue last year. Those games were not your problem. The games that are coming up were your problem. So now, have you fixed your problem? We will now see.
I believe so. I think, I mean, in your honest opinion, in that first half, we did create enough chances to score goal. Yes, we didn't score the goal, but in terms of how we played, that's the approach I want us to take in literally every game. If we play like that, we have a chance to beat pretty much anyone.
Fair enough.
Because I think even with when teams actually now do sit back, actually having just Rice sitting and Odegaard and Eze, chances will be created.
And I'll be
100%.
the reason I'm excited to see this is because this will be a different kind of thing for Arsenal. You're not used to be playing that every single game.
No.
You've also got Champions League football midweek. So if you can, I'm interested to see if you play 3 games a week and you keep playing like that, can your team sustain that as well? It'll be very interesting to see. That will be very interesting.
That's where the squad depth comes in as well. So we do have some injuries. Madueke is out for a little bit longer, but
That's
getting
a plus.
Jesus back. No, it's not.
That's a plus. Madueke is out. That's a plus for your team.
Guys, let's be real. He's been one of the best attackers we've had this season.
Well, that doesn't bode well with what you want to be sound.
Well,
sound
no,
like.
but I know that in all honesty, in all honesty, yes, his end product isn't as amazing as Saka's or any other winger, but he's done pretty well. I would say most people.
I mean, he's done okay. He's done okay. He's not a game changer. You didn't buy him to be a game changer anyway.
Absolutely,
Yeah. That's fine. I'm like, that's okay. That's a depth You know, whatever it is.
Yeah, you need that squad depth. With the 3 games you're saying,
You do.
when you keep now getting out,
You do.
run
But
out games.
I'll always say the problem with any issue with Arsenal, like if it was to happen, like the injury that you guys should definitely hope you don't get is David Raya and Rice. Those 2 players.
What a
You
game!
can't-
What a game! But
You can't afford to get injuries with those ones. Those ones now you don't have There's no depth there.
well, not good. We haven't seen him play as much, but he's not Declan Rice.
He's
Yeah.
not Declan Rice.
That's why
He's nowhere near
the money. Yeah,
He's nowhere
that's the
near
money
Declan
you
Rice. So even if, God forbid, but if Rice was to get injured, you understand how that would impact your game.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
Can I just say something? I think this season, and it pains me to say it because we're going to get a lot of noise for the next 10 years. But I think this season,
don't say it.
this might be Arsenal's time.
I thought you said it was Chelsea.
I thought so too, and until these other people, red card, people have, you know what? Let's not. We've already talked about Chelsea, but there's a reason why I'm saying
This prophet is changing the prophecy every 2 weeks.
Let him, lad. Just giving his reasonings why.
The reason why I'm saying that this might be Arsenal's time is that Arsenal have accepted that they don't have to play that kind of beautiful football that, you know, they always used to like to play. They know how to win ugly, and they are okay with that. If it is set pieces that they are looking for, they are fine with that. And, you know, to win a league, you have to make sure that at the end of the day, bottom line is 3 points. Doesn't matter how you got them, where you got them from. It can be a free kick, it can be a corner. If your goal is for Martinelli to run all the way there to get a corner so that you guys can do your set piece, that is fine. You know, that's why they bought Madueke. Madueke has only one move. Cut, run to the corner line. Corner. If that's the case, that's okay. And I think Arsenal have gotten to the point where it does not matter how they play. It's as long as they get 3 points. So this season, this might be their time. And if it is, another 10 years of Arsenal telling us,
Nah, it don't be that much because
you guys are still talking about your Invincibles thing.
that because no one has replicated that.
How do you hear Chelsea talking about 15 goals scored a season? That's harder than being invincible.
Yeah, but it doesn't have that same. Do you see how like that's such a long sentence? Honestly, right? It's such. It's really truly it's such a long sentence.
Yo, bro.
Like what did you say?
Actually, that's such a long sentence. How do you even brag? Where'd you get the time to say that? I'd be gone by the time you finish that brag.
It's just one of those things. Mind you, that record actually really and truly may never be broken.
Yeah.
It's a great record, but that's
I was both.
maybe
I
both.
think
But actually, I think there's more of a chance of a team going invincible than the 15 goals.
Yeah.
The football is going, but really and truly, it's actually just a long sentence, and people. You know, if casual fans don't really like, people don't fathom what actually had 38 matches to only concede 15 goals. That's a great language. Yeah. But when somebody says invincibles, like we're talking boxing, like in any sport, you didn't lose. Mind you, we had a lot of draws in that.
A lot of draws.
But like when you hear invincible, I don't need to even like explain it. You just know what I'm talking about. So that's why. I mean, you can afford to say it a couple times. And while we're here, yes, Arsenal are the only team who've ever been invincibles in the Premier League.
yay!
Attaboy.
Yay, buddy.
So yeah,
That's
it's good to be reminded of that every time. Not every time. I know it's good. It's really good. It's really good. I hope you're keeping that trophy shine. It's
golden by the.
it's very much golden.
Yeah.
You can consider if your reflection from it. It was very shiny. You can also see how empty the rest of the trophy cabinet is. You Can it reflect?
You know, you guys have Invincibles, but you guys can never say Champions League.
That's how I was going to.
Yeah, they can never say Champions League. Even Nottingham Forest can say Champions League, but not you. Can you say Champions League? Can you say Champions League?
It's a couple of Champions League.
If only it was that easy for you guys to win it too.
We'll see. Watch this. Personally, for me, I think, with respect to all our teams, I think my team is in a good place, and it's a tough pill to swallow for all of you. So it's okay. You can remind me as long as you want.
You know what, guys?
That's fine. That's
Thing is,
If Arsenal, I kid you not, if Arsenal go another season trophyless, guys, Carol, you thought you hate us for the next summer.
Not a problem.
If you go again trophyless,
Yeah. Not a problem.
wait. And if any of our teams go with something as well, and you guys don't, yikes.
Okay.
You need to go.
Wait. For you,
Hold on.
which is a something. Which is a something
What
that
trophy
are you in competition for?
Can you stop playing Enzo Maresca? Stop inviting pressure. Stop inviting pressure.
What trophy? Yeah,
Guys,
what trophy?
even in our bad seasons, we still make time.
Let's not digress.
Yeah.
You talked about this season. Yes, I'm taking that risk. I'm running the risk. Yes. There's a chance that we may not win a trophy this season. But you mentioned that your teams will, if you guys win a trophy this season. Now I'm asking you.
Yes.
What trophy is this that Man United can win?
No. I feel like the FA Cup is still there. So you know. I feel like, realistically speaking, if we have sacked Amorim by then, if we get a good enough manager there, who knows? Maybe we could. That is literally the only trophy we can win right now, anyway.
So when you okay, let's say hypothetically speaking, if you get out of the FA Cup, what are you going to do for the rest of the season?
You just watch football for fun now. You
watch football for fun.
just gotta love it. You watch for the love of the game. You just gotta watch for the love of the game at that point, bruh. Because it is nothing we're fighting for.
Ted is only going to be watching football just because of the podcast.
Oh no, I'll watch this to see how my team is doing, see how the players are doing. Making sure that I'm contributing to its revenue, so we can sign good players, hopefully. All these, it adds up. They matter, these things. It's just small things. But you know what? That's it. That's all hypothetical. Who knows what will happen in the future? Anyway, we move on, guys. We're going to speak very, very briefly about who we think is going to go away with the Golden Boot this year. I think it's going to be Haaland.
Yeah.
He's locked in this year.
Yeah. Because it's looking like the robot is back.
Yeah.
No, that guy is
I mean, this is just to even be devil's advocate and throw another name in the hat. But if please.
Let's be serious. Let's be serious. Yeah.
Why are you guys talking about people in my club? Why not shout out to your players?
That's what I was shouting out. I was gonna shout out.
Why not? He's gonna win the Golden Boot.
I think it's a challenge for it.
He'll challenge for the Golden Boot.
Oh yeah, most
Joe
of them.
Pedro.
Most of them Chesco.
Oh, fair enough. Me, I didn't shout out Chesco. You did. You did. I didn't bring it up.
Ekitike and Gyökeres. I think depending on how many minutes he gets, and that basically thought of Isak, right by his shoulder, he actually does need to stay on the pitch, and for him to stay on the pitch, he has to score.
But he also needs to stay on the pitch by not taking off his shirt.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that one I agree with you. The only reason why I'm skeptical, which I think is the same reason as the boys here, is just that if his form drops even a little bit, dips even a little bit,
English left the group.
back to boogie boarding.
Wow, okay, nice.
But yeah, if his form dips even a little bit, he's being replaced like this. Now, on the plus side, that's going to give him the pressure to to perform every single week. But on the other hand, there's that risk of being dropped. Whereas someone like Gyökeres, whether he scores or doesn't score, form dips, doesn't dip, he's still gonna be the man up front for Arsenal. Now, there's no hate to him. I'm just hating the
If his form dips too much, please respect Mikel Merino. Please, if it's form depths, we have another striker ready to go.
To be fair, his finishing is like quite solid. I give you that. Yeah, his finishing is quite solid.
He is a
He does not play striker, but damn, does he? Can you score?
It's just that this is Premier League only. If it was respect to all competitions, I would have thrown Mikel Merino's name in the hat as well.
But yeah,
So let's be serious here. There's no one who's going to beat Haaland.
No, yeah, I mean Haaland's
There's no one who's going to beat Haaland. It's not.
Yeah. And that being said, you know what? We can't wait for next week. Next weekend, they're gonna some decent games coming up.
We're not doing Golden Gloves?
No.
No?
We don't really need to. We don't really need to look into lags. We don't really need to. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, we're looking forward to next week. We'll be right here again speaking. Hopefully, we'll have definitely things to say about the Chelsea versus Liverpool game. We can't wait to see that. Stay tuned for that. And with that, this has been a great episode. Wouldn't you guys say so?
yes,
It fantastic. Very, very fantastic. Very.
You know what? And with that, what do we say? Chilling.
Valid.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys.